Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today I'm reviewing one of the newest cigars out there from Camacho. It came out about a year and a half ago. This is the Imperial Stout Barrel Aged. And before we get any further, there is the density. Now, this cigar is part of a collaboration with Cigar Dojo and Camacho. It's the interesting thing about it is how the tobacco was fermented. All right, this is kind of what happened. They take these barrels that were used to age bourbon. Then the same barrel is then used to age Imperial Stout. Well, that same barrel that aged those two alcoholic beverages is now going to be used to age the tobacco. And that's where it gets the name Imperial Stout Barrel Aged. One thing that sets this aging or this process of barrel aged tobacco apart from others is the tobaccos are placed in the beer and whiskey barrels for a minimum of 6 months, and the tobaccos were allowed to ferment inside the barrels. So that's long and the short of that. You can get all the story on the blog. The blend is a San Andreas Mexican wrapper, original Corojo Maduro binder from Honduras. Of course, the wrapper's from Mexico. And the filler is barrel-aged original Corojo Maduro from Honduras, Brazilian Maduro, and Dominican Maduro for the filler. Made in one size only, 6x50 Toro. So let's get right to it. The new, at least new to me, Camacho Imperial Stout Barrel Aged. All right, I've had two of these previously this week. It was suggested by the owner of the Maduro Room that I would like this cigar. I should like it. And the first two have done very well. There's the band at the foot. We will see it later at the end. All right. Got a nice flat, almost, it's rounded, but it looks almost flat at the top. Good target area. Okay, I think that will work. The first flavors are actually pretty hard to pin down exactly. It's a nice cedar, brown sugar, a lot of cinnamon, a very spicy, almost like a spiced apple. There is some underlying leather and a lower level black coffee. There's quite a bit of black pepper, which I'll rate it roughly between 7.5 and 8. But the flavors of the cedar and the spiced apple and the brown sugar and the cinnamon are a very almost liquid-like consistency in that it sort of fills your taste buds. The whole palate feels painted with them. One of the lower level flavors that is very sweet would be also chocolate. with this much Maduro, you would hope to be chocolate, but it's not in your face. But it is there is a chocolate element there of like a milk chocolate, very sweet. So that's what I'm going with to start. It's quite sweet, and let's see how it develops. So anxious to see where we go, but I think we'll be on a good path. Well, we're here at the first third, and the flavors have settled down and mixed exquisitely. You can almost throw out my initial description because it's just settled down into something vastly different. You now have, and get this, an extremely sweet, tangy citrus, orange citrus, that is quite candy-like, very sweet and candy-like. Tons of brown sugar and cinnamon. And now chocolate has really made its debut or resurgence. There's a thin thread of leather, very clean, fresh leather, and black coffee. The cigar is very sweet. It is very tasty. It's the kind of a cigar that is, again, right up my alley. I could smoke this cigar every single day. The finish is actually one of caramel, a very sweet candy caramel, and some decent lingering black pepper. The cigar is a medium plus at this point. I wouldn't quite call it medium full, but it's medium plus. And again, very sweet and tasty. I'm pleasantly surprised by this cigar. For the first third, the way it's tasting right now, it is a 94 because I definitely could smoke this every single day. Now, I'm very curious where we're going from here. So let's see what the second third brings. Well, I'm finished the second third. And the cigar has changed somewhat. The tangy, sweet orange citrus is now more of a cedar. There's still plenty of brown sugar and cinnamon attached to it. Much more chocolate now and much more black coffee. Much more. The thin thread of leather is still there. Not much, but it's there. The finish is still that caramel with a minor amount of leather. A very clean, fresh leather, and more lingering black pepper. High-end, medium to full-bodied, very close to full-bodied. Really made a jump in the second third. The cigar remains very good. I liked it better when it was tangy citrus, which I'd never get from a Honduran, and with all this Maduro tobacco, it just blows me away that it could have a citrus flavor, but it did. Now it's more of a cedar, but it's still a very good cigar. I'm still very surprised by this cigar. For the second third, with the changeover from nice citrus to cedar and more chocolate, I liked it the way it was with the citrus, but I'm going to lower the score to 93. Still very good. But let's see what the final third brings. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. I got less sweet cedar notes, more chocolate notes and coffee notes. Brown sugar sort of went to the wayside but didn't go away. Cinnamon dropped, full-bodied. Finish is unchanged. Cigar went through some changes, but it's been good even here at the end. It's just a different type of good for me. Started out with a nice citrus, changed over to cedar. Now it's more chocolate. It's quite dark right now. With the changeover from the last segment to now, I'm changing the score to 92. Right now it's a 92 for me. But still, it's a good cigar. If you average it out, you come up with a 93. And that's where I think it should be. It's a very good cigar. It does go through some changes, so you can be aware of that. But Camacho, over the years, they've had some ups and downs with me, but this is an up. This is a good cigar. And I like it. And I think you will too. So there you have it. The Camacho Imperial Stout Barrel Aged. Remember, one size only. Toro 6x50. 93.